I have bought so many books since the beginning of this year, 2017. There's no way I could even begin to show them all to you. I mean, I could, but I would just be uploading book haul after book haul. I really have no control when it comes to buying books, and even less now since starting BookTube. This has only made it worse. I knew this was coming. I've seen other videos, and I knew the book buying would get a little out of control before I could rein it back in and control it somewhat again. But yeah, I've been out of control, basically. Like, even my husband is like, this past weekend, he said, can you just rein it in just a little? Can you take a break from buying the books? And I said, I know. I know I need to stop, okay? But yeah, I'm going to show you what I did buy this past weekend, which I wasn't expecting to do. But then again, most of the books I buy, I'm not expecting to do. I just see something and I'm like, oh, I need it. I really want to read it. And then I buy it, and then this whole snowball effect happens. But like I told my husband, at least I feel like it's easier to buy books and spend that excess of money on them because you feel like you're buying something really worthwhile. You know, I'm not buying into like some sort of name brand clothing that's basically the same as other clothing, or you know, like I'm not into cars, or you know, I don't want to buy a new car every 3 years. But yeah, I feel like you guys understand where I'm coming from, and I have a feeling that like a book buying ban video is going to be in my very near future. I am putting myself on lockdown. I have plenty of books. I need to read the ones that I have before I buy any more. And what's really sad is this past trip to the store, I bought books that I'm not going to read. And I will explain that as I get into them. But here is the box of books that I bought. And if you're curious at all, we went to Goodwill mainly to take a load of stuff off because I was really in the mood to be getting rid of stuff, you know, so I could make room for books. And then we also needed to just pick up a few clothing items for the kids, and we all love going to shop at Goodwill. It's so cheap with kids' clothing. We got them so much cool, like, new stuff for very little money. I mean, we walk away with a huge bag of clothes for them, and usually our trips are around $40 to $45. And, like, that's a whole season's worth of clothes for 2 kids, minus shoes and socks and underwear, which we don't buy every season. So, but yeah, enough of that. My husband actually went shopping with our girls. He really likes to kid clothes shop and is actually much better at than me at finding deals and just helping them out with that. So he was on one end of the store shopping with the girls and helping them pick out some clothes, and then taking them to the dressing room to try their whole cart full of clothes on. And then I was in the book section of Goodwill buying stuff that we don't need the whole time. But I'm just going to get into this box and show you what I got. Alright, the first book I'm going to show you is called Mother of Pearl by Melinda Haynes. I picked this up, and I still don't know what this is about, but I picked it up because of the glowing reviews on the back. It actually doesn't tell you what the book is about, but the way these reviewers talked about the book on the back made me curious enough to pick it up, because I was like, you know, $2, why not? Well, I'll get to it eventually. But it says, one of the reviews says, Mother of Pearl is a monumental novel set in the noble-speaking backcountry of Faulkner's Mississippi. In a luminous voice, original and true, Melinda Haynes tells the story, straight as a tree and deep as a pond, of the savage miseries and saving graces of the past and present in the Deep South. This is an unforgettable, heart-bending book. And then it talks about human suffering and, like, just basically ripping your heart to pieces, and I'm always down to get my heart ripped to pieces, so that's why I picked this one up. The next one I picked up was Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. I'm not sure. I've never tried to say that name up until this very moment. But I think I saw this in someone's BookTube video, and maybe more than one person's. So it stood out to me for that reason, which I saw a lot of books at Goodwill that I see mentioned a lot on BookTube. And like, I was so tempted to grab them just because I've seen them, not because I'm interested in reading them, but I held back. So I felt like I did good on that part. But this one, when I read the back, sounded really interesting. And then I'm just going to read just a little bit of the back to tell you why it roped me in, and I end up spending $1.49 on it. But it says, to understand why Calliope is not like other girls, she has to uncover a guilty family secret and the astonishing genetic history that turns Callie into Cal. One of the most audacious and wondrous narrators in contemporary fiction, lyrical and thrilling, Middlesex is an exhilarating reinvention of the American epic. And that sounded really interesting to me. So I don't know that I've ever read a book. Well, no, I take that back. I've read one book about a man who, as a boy, got changed into a girl. And this is a true story, and I will probably mention this book in other videos. I think it's called As Nature Made Him, but I can't remember the author. And that's the only book I've ever read about anything like that. And then this one is about a girl, I guess, who becomes male or something of that nature. I don't know. I don't know, but it sounds really cool. So that's why I got this one. The next book I picked up was The Portable Thoreau, and it says edited by Carl Bode, but this is just a book of, I guess, Henry David Thoreau, and I really don't know much about his writing or his work. The only stuff that I've ever read is just like little snippets, you know, if you read in other books, and they'll include snippets and sayings and phrases from other people, and then what I've read of Thoreau sounds like something that I would like. So that's the only reason I picked it up, just so I could maybe get familiar with this and see what it's all about. Don't know when I'll pick this up. Did I need it at all? No, but I got it because it was only $1.49. Alright, and the next one is Cold Mountain by Charles Frazier. Are you guys sick of seeing this book yet? Are you sick of it? Yeah, get used to it, because I don't know when I'll ever put this book down. This book will just be in every video that I can incorporate it into. But I was so happy to find this at Goodwill. It's a hardback. My copy is a paperback. And I just picked this up because I love Cold Mountain. And I just figured I could gift it to someone sometime, you know, in the future for a birthday or holiday or something. I need to own more than one copy, I guess, of Cold Mountain. So that's why I got this one. And the next book that I picked up was Spies and More Spies, selected by Robert Arthur. And it says, Great Stories of Spies, Counter Spies, and Spy Catchers. And it's a Random House book. And to be honest, I'm not going to read this thing either. I just picked up a whole bunch of books I'm not going to read. But I cannot pass up an old, dusty, yellow-paged book that just looks ancient. And I just can't pass them up. They're like book antiques. See, this says copyright 1967, and it smells so old and lovely. And something about seeing these on shelves like Goodwill just tears my heart out, and I just want to give all the old beat up books a good home, because I don't trust that other people are going to take care of them and give them a good home. So I just have this because of the way it looks. Don't know when I'm ever going to read this, but my 8-year-old is really into spies. She wants to grow up and be a spy one day, so maybe she will read this in the future. I'll just use her as an excuse of why I bought this. The next book I got was Egyptology, and I don't know who this is by. Let's see. Ooh, I don't know who it's by or what publishing house put it out, but it's just like a children's book about Egypt and has some really cool stuff in here. I think my 8-year-old discovered a little like patch or piece of mummy wrapping material, which I thought was really cool. But I just figured this would be a good complement to our homeschool, especially next year. I think we're going to start studying ancient Egypt, so I don't even know if this is part of the curriculum. It might be. I'm not sure, but it'll complement it well, and I couldn't pass it up because I think it was only like $2, but brand new, it's $20 US. So, I mean, I had to get it, right? Alright, and then next one is The Plague Dogs by Richard Adams. I actually already own a copy. It's actually a new copy, but when I saw this big old hardback of it, I had to grab it. It looks like maybe it's like a first like printing or something, but it's delightfully old and the pages are sort of yellowy and it's all kind of rippy and stuff, and the cover art is so beautiful, and so I just had to grab it. And truth be told, I have not even read this book, so now I own 2 copies of a book I've never read, but literally the only reason I have them is because it's by Richard Adams, who wrote Watership Down, which I adored. So I do plan to read this, and this is a copy that I'm basically just grabbed to collect, because again, I just have a feeling that I like the book. We'll find out. Maybe I'll end up with 2 copies of a book that I hate. The last 2 books that I picked up were, excuse me, Studies in Reading, Searson and Marson 4th grader, and it says the University Publishing Company, and then Child Classics, a 5th reader by the Bobbs Merrill Company. And I'm not going to read these books. Again, I picked these up because they are just delightfully old, and they've been marked up with nasty stickers. But they are so old and gorgeous, and I just want to keep them to collect. Oh my gosh, guys. See, this is why I pick up stuff like this, and I have a bunch of books and other type items that I will never read. But I don't know if you can see this. It says Joseph Smith Johnson, August 22nd, 1924. Can you see that? Written in pencil. My kids just turned on music. Yeah. That's why I grabbed these things. And let me see if I can see the year these were published. Oh, it says right here on the front page, copyright 1909. And these things somebody just tossed into Goodwill. And then I had to pick them up because I'm going to take care of them. And I can't trust that other people will take care of them. Yeah, useless, I know, but I collect stuff like this. So what can I say? Alright, that was my Goodwill random, not thought out, really useless book haul. I think that I paid a total of $17.94 for all the books I just showed you, which I didn't even count, by the way. It doesn't matter. So, Goodwill is not the cheapest place I've ever bought books, but it's hard to get any cheaper. I think there's only been one instance where I paid cheaper than that, and that was at a library book sale where each paperback was 50 cents and each hardback was $1, and that was a 19 book haul. 19 books for $28, which I feel like, I mean, you just can't beat that ever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this really long-winded book haul, and tell me, I guess, what you thought of the books I hauled, and do you ever buy books that you actually don't have any plans of reading, but you just feel like you need to own them? And then maybe we can like support each other and maybe not overwhelm our houses with books. Like, you know, I'll keep you responsible, you keep me responsible. I'm rambling a whole lot because now suddenly I have a lot of energy. I'm going to get off here now, and I will see you guys again soon. And yeah, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe if you like my videos at all. I'll see you guys later. Bye.